Hello. This is a lesson or a review of enough, too much, and too many. Let's get started. Part 1, much versus many. So the first thing we have to decide is whether the noun that we're looking at is countable or uncountable. A countable noun is a person, place, or thing that you can count. One good way to find out if your noun is countable is to check if it has an S at the end of the word. Usually, the plural form of countable nouns, they do have S's at the end. However, as you can see, not all of them do. So for example, some countable nouns are apples, days, shoes, pencils, cars, people, cities, students. So all of these nouns have S's at the end except for people. There are some irregular plural forms that do not have S at the end. But as a general rule, it is a good way to tell if a noun is countable. An uncountable noun is one that cannot be counted in English, and we will never add an S to make this noun plural. Some uncountable nouns are time, water, sand, happiness, information, advice, homework, traffic. Now, in other languages, these may be considered countable, but in English they are not. If you need to review, this is a whole nother unit, and I suggest that you do review it a bit before coming back and review it and then come back and join us at this point to continue with the lesson. Okay. So once we've decided if the noun is countable or uncountable, now we can decide, okay, we will use much or many. If a noun is countable, we will use many. Many people, many students, many cities, many apples. If the noun is uncountable, we will use much or a lot of. Okay, so much time, a lot of time. Much water, a lot of water. Much happiness, a lot of happiness. Much traffic, a lot of traffic. We can use a lot of for both countable and uncountable nouns. So that's kind of nice. With this a lot of, we don't have to think about the noun if it's countable or uncountable. But you might be asking yourself, what is the difference between much and a lot of? If you say we can use both, how do I know which one to use? Okay. So much is usually used in negative and question forms. You almost never see it in a positive form. It is possible, but it's not that common. A lot of is usually used in positive and question forms. So let's look at this example. Do you have money? Alright, the first answer here is negative. How do I know it's negative? Okay, we see there's a no, but if there was not this word no, we can also see the word don't. So we know that there's something negative here. I don't have much money. The positive answer is yes, I have a lot of money. So to find out if a form or a sentence is negative, you'll look for things like not, don't, doesn't, didn't, or no. Okay, let's try a few examples with what we've just talked about. Number 1, we don't have time. Okay, so time here is uncountable. We see the word don't. We know it's negative. So the answer here should be, we don't have much time. We don't have much time. Okay? Number 2, do you know words in English? Words. We see the S at the end. We can understand that this is a countable noun. So with countable nouns, we will use many, right? Do you know many words in English? Number 3, he didn't eat meat for dinner. Okay, meat. If you didn't know, meat is uncountable, all right? It's an uncountable noun. We can also see the word didn't in the beginning of the sentence, so that means this is negative. He didn't eat much meat for dinner. He didn't eat much meat for dinner. Number 4, Sarah doesn't have as money as John. Okay, money, this is another uncountable noun. It's an uncountable noun. We also see the negative word doesn't. So the right answer for this one, if you guessed it, Sarah doesn't have as much money as John. Okay, here are a few more. You might want to pause it, pause the video right here, try to answer them, and then check your answers. Alright, here it comes. Okay, so we're going on to part 2 now. We know the difference between many, much, and a lot of. Okay, now we're going to talk about if this is a good or a bad thing. This is where we bring in the words enough, not enough, too much, too many. Sometimes we wish that we had more, or we wish that we had less, or we have the perfect number or the perfect amount, and that's where these words will be used. If you look at the picture, we're going to start with the glass on the left side. Okay, the glass on the left, if we imagine this is water inside of a glass, the one on the left has the right amount. Okay, it has enough water inside. It's not too much and it's not too little. It's just perfect. We have the right amount. We don't want more or less. We have enough. Okay, now the one in the middle, it looks like we need a little bit more in our glass. Okay, we do not have enough. We will use not enough for this situation. And the last one on the right, clearly there is too much here. Okay, it's more than we need or more than we want. The water is coming out of the glass, and this is a bad thing. Okay, we have too much water. Sometimes it's helpful to think about this as good and bad, and let me explain what I mean. Okay, so here we have a man with lots of gold. He's very happy, right? If you have many good things, and it's a good thing, this is good, we're happy, we will use a lot of, or many, or much, depending on what the noun is and what the sentence is. Okay, so in this sentence, he has a lot of money. Okay, sometimes you will have something that you are not happy about. Okay, it's a bad thing. The example I hear all the time is, of course, with homework. So when you want to talk about having a lot of something, but the feeling is negative, okay, it's not the gold, it's like homework, it's something bad, we will use too much or too many. We have too much homework. Okay, so a really important note right here is that using too much or too many in English is a bad thing. It's negative. It has a negative feeling. So I want you to be careful not to confuse too much or too many with many or much or a lot of, which is again different from using so or very. So let me go over a couple of sentences. I have a lot of money, okay, just like the first picture. I have so much money. These two are very similar. But the last sentence here, I have too much money, this is telling us that this situation is bad. There's something bad about this, okay? Maybe now I have a problem because I have this money. Alright, so when you bring in the word too much, too many, you are now saying that this is negative. Alright, a really important difference between the other two. Okay, our last example here with enough, not enough. Alright, so if we look at the first picture here, clearly she would like to have some more coffee, or maybe she needs to have more coffee. We will use not enough in this case because she doesn't have enough. She wants more. She didn't drink enough coffee. In the second picture, now we can see she's had 6 cups of coffee. Maybe this is too much. Maybe this is a bad thing. Coffee is uncountable, so we will use too much. She drank too much coffee. Okay. And somewhere in between, not enough and too much, she had the right amount, okay, the perfect amount. So we will use enough for this case. She drank enough coffee. Not too much and not too little. It's just right. If we think about this on a scale, on the left side, we have not enough. We want more. Right in the middle is perfect. We have enough. And on the right side, okay, now we've had too much or too many, and this is bad. Let's try a few practice questions. Are we going to Hawaii for vacation? Okay, so no. Alright, we don't have money this year. Okay. It's negative, right? We wish that we had more money, but we don't have it, so we can't go. So we don't have enough money this year. Number 2, I am really full. I think I ate food. Okay, so when you're really full, you've eaten too much, you don't feel very good. This is a bad feeling, okay? I ate too much food. I'm so tired. I didn't have coffee this morning. Okay, we wish that we had more coffee, right? So what do we use? Not enough. Yeah, I didn't have enough coffee this morning. Okay, so I'm going to put the rest of them up here. Go ahead and try these on your own and then check the answers. If you have any questions, ask me or ask one of your teachers. I know that there's a lot of information in this presentation, so feel free to go back. You can pause it, you can replay it, and good luck with your studies.